Listen to a conversation between a professor and a student.
Oh, Jason! Long time no see. How have you been?
I guess it has been a while. Amazing how time flies. I've been well. You know, graduation's coming up pretty quickly, but I've been enjoying my senior year.
And how's your older sister? Amy?
Amy? She's good. She just got an internship at the Library of Congress. But I don't see her much nowadays. Anyway, I'm kind of coming to you for some specific advice if you have a moment.
Well, my schedule's wide open. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I'm helping out Professor Williams in his Intro to English History class, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
He's letting me take over the class one day to teach it. And that's exciting, but I've never designed a lesson before, and I'm kind of embarrassed to go talk to Professor Williams about what I'm planning. He can be a little intimidating.
Oh, don't sweat it. I remember how nerve-wracking it can be when you first get up to teach. So what's the lesson?
The lesson's going to be on King Henry VIII. Just like an introduction, an overview of his life and influence, you know?
Got it.
So far, I outlined all the ways he's impacted England, both in the Renaissance and today. It seems boring. Here, you can take a look at my lesson plan if you want.
That would help. Well, I do think you've accounted for all the major elements of his legacy, but even glancing at the plan, I don't see any real focus. It looks more like a list.
A list? Yeah, I guess so.
How can I put this? All right, let me just ask you this. What do you think the most important part of Henry VIII's legacy is? I mean, what do you think of his overall stature as a ruler?
What do you mean?
Consider his place in history outside of England for a moment. Would you agree that, along with the current Queen Elizabeth II and his own daughter, Elizabeth I, that he's one of the most famous English rulers ever?
Sure. We don't learn nearly as much about kings like William III or Stephen of Blois or Richard II, even in really in-depth history courses.
Exactly. Why do you think that is?
A number of reasons. He was married 6 times. He had 2 of his wives beheaded. He was famously fat by the end of his life. And he went from being a staunch Catholic to, defying the Pope and founding his own church. Henry VIII was kind of larger than life.
Exactly. You can paint a really engaging picture with that character. You can deliver the dry facts during the story, but you might want to keep the class's attention with a bit of a flourish, with focus on those over-the-top details. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah. That's a great point. Maybe I should try out the lecture with somebody willing before I have to actually give it, like rehearse so I can tell the story better.
I think that's a great idea.